Hello everyone, it is Tuesday. You know who it is. You know what this pretty face belongs to. Today is new video day. So before I start with this video, I just want to say a couple things. I apologize for the sound of my voice. I am very nasally. Last night I got hit, just out of nowhere, just a freight train just got hit. Like my body felt weak. I was a little bit nasally, and then yeah, but I feel a little better. The voice is still kind of not there completely, but a lot better than last night. And my buddy Josh, or you may know him as Jers. Check out his channel, Jers Plays. I got it right this time, Josh. Got it right this time. Him and his girlfriend actually came over. They're back in town for a day because they're going to Texas. So he came by. So him, his GF, and I actually recorded tomorrow's episode with G Fuel today. It's a very good one. And I definitely want y'all to be around for that. So yeah, be prepared for that video. 16 minutes long. It's a little bit longer than usual video, but that's okay. We like long videos. So with all that being said, let me talk about what is going to be in today's video. So today's video is going to actually be I've changed my mind a little bit. And and you're probably thinking, well, what do you mean by that? So let me tell you what I mean by that. I've changed my mind about Modern Warfare 2 being remastered. So now if you remember back to I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe longer than that, I made a video called Is It Worth It? So basically what I talked about was, is making Modern Warfare 2 Remastered even worth it? Solely because of the purpose of supply drops. As you know, with Modern Warfare Remastered, everything was, kept the same, just up graphics and whatnot. And then they added supply drops, and then they added the new weapons. So and I basically called it a remix. And I was worried, for the sake of Modern Warfare 2 going down the same path of being a remaster for maybe a month or two, and then next thing you know, just getting slammed with supply drops, weapons that don't belong in the game, and all that, and blah, blah, blah. But the reason why I've actually thought about this was actually because of what my buddy Josh told me today. So let's dive more into that, shall we? Okay, so why I have changed my mind with this is because, like I said, Josh came over and he actually told me today that the other night he sat down and he actually played the MW2 campaign from start to finish, which actually that's what really got me to thinking about changing my mind to would MW2 be worth a remaster, because even today he said that he would like it to be a remaster. And before I told him, that'd be cool and all, but I was just worried for it getting ruined. No, it's just me personally, but I think MWR got ruined. It's still fun. I mean, the campaign's cool, the multiplayer's fun, but it's just the sole purpose that it got ruined with the supply drops. They threw in the 44 Magnum, which was never in Call of Duty 4. The 44 Mag wasn't in there, and then these other weapons that never even heard of, basically reskins of other modern day weapons. But when that happened, I kind of lost hope, because any of you who were around when COD 4 first came out, I was 15 when it came out. So when that came out, I played through it, played the multiplayer. It was a great game. And then when they announced Infinite Warfare plus Modern Warfare Remastered, I actually got really excited, because I played this when I was a teenager, and now I get to play it now, 10 years later, and it's just going to be the most nostalgic feeling I've ever had in my entire life, which it was. Don't get me wrong, it was. But about within the first month, okay, everything was fine. Everything was the same. The maps were the same, weapons were the same. Nothing was different about Modern Warfare Remastered. So I was like, cool, great. Well, then about a month or maybe a month and a half later, they decided, oh, well, we're going to throw in supply drops, and we're going to throw in all these goofy camos, and we're going to throw in all these characters, and all these melee weapons, and all these ranged weapons. And to call it a remaster is just basically one big, huge lie. But But and then that's when I just started losing hope for it. And then people were talking about, and not just like people I talked to, but like actual like news gaming sites. We're talking about a possible MW2 remaster. And I've talked to my buddies about this before, and at first I was just like, no, no, it wouldn't be worth it. It would just end up like MWR. They would remaster it for a month and then throw in supply drops, goofy camos, different characters, melee weapons, range weapons, weapons that don't even belong, that were never in the game, and whatnot. So I thought basically it was just a lost cause. Well, and then Josh came over today and he said, well, I played through the campaign, and I kind of sat back and thought about it. I was like, and I thought to myself, why should I base my opinion on a older remastered COD title based on what they add into it? And what I mean by that is, like, why should I base it on how good it's going to be if they add in supply drops? I mean, because by now, since Advanced Warfare, supply drops are a thing. It's going to happen regardless of the Call of Duty. There's nothing we can do about it. But I shouldn't base my opinion on a Call of Duty game based on the supply drops that I should base on it my opinion on just basically the nostalgic feeling I get, and just play like for example, Modern Warfare Remastered. I haven't played through the whole campaign, but I know what each mission is. I know what to do because of playing COD 4, and it's just nostalgia because I'm playing an older game that I played 10 years ago on a new platform with up graphics, up movement, everything. So it's great. And I thought about MW2, and I thought, well, you know what? I shouldn't base my opinion on if they add supply drops and if they add weapons to it that shouldn't be in it, because I'm not saying MW2 is going to be remastered, but let's say it does happen. They're going to do it. They're going to do supply drops. They're going to do weapons that were never in the original title. It's going to happen, but I shouldn't base my opinion on that. I should base my opinion on playing through the campaign, the nostalgic feeling it gives me, because that game, when that game came out, I was 16. I believe I was 16. Yeah, I was 16 when that game came out. So it's just I should never base a remastered old title off of the supply drop. I should base it on the feeling I get when I play through the campaign. And even the multiplayer, even though it gets tainted with supply drops, but just seeing the weapons that were used, how they looked, the perks that were in the game, the kill streaks and everything. That's what I should base it off of, because right now, like I said before, we all know supply drops are going to be a thing in any Call of Duty title. That, I mean, they make money off of it. Why would they stop now? I mean, we could complain about it all day long. It makes some extra money. It's not going to happen. They're going to be there no matter what. But basically what I'm saying is, say they do remaster MW2, or any old Call of Duty title, like say they remaster World at War. I mean, pray to the gods they do, because that was an awesome game. I don't know if it'll happen because it's backwards compatible, but let's just say they do. I believe we shouldn't really base our opinions off of the whole supply drop thing, because it's going to happen. They're going to do stupid stuff with it. We know it. But saying we should base it off of that nostalgic feeling we get when we play it, when we play through the campaign. Because whenever I play through an old campaign, it takes me back to the time when it first came out and it was just fresh. And the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is a great example. I mean, the COD 4 campaign is good too, but MW2 out of the Modern Warfare series was probably by far my favorite. So basically what I'm making of this video is I may have had a mind change today, all thanks to Josh telling me that. I mean, just him telling me he played through the campaign within 6 hours. I mean, one, that's cool because, well, okay, I was going to say I've never done it, but that's actually a lie. I've done it before. But that kind of made me think about it for a minute, because that was basically what I was doing was when people were saying, is it worth a remaster, I was just saying no solely because of supply drops. I didn't stop to think about, well, what about that feeling you get when you play through the campaign, or when you see all the weapons they had, or when you even hear the voices, like not just the battle chatter on multiplayer, but like the voices on the campaign, the iconic characters and everything. And I didn't think about that at first. I thought about, oh, they're just going to play with supply drops, so it shouldn't get remastered, blah, 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 they're going to do this. they're going to do it regardless, any game. But I guess today I had a change of heart for Modern Warfare 2. So, long story short, I guess I would like to see it remastered. Now, yeah, I know they're going to taint it. I know I say this a lot. I've said this a lot already in this one video. I've already said it, but I mean, it's just going to happen if they do. I'm not saying it's going to be a remaster, but if they do, I mean, it's just going to just taint the game with supply drops and weird random weapons that don't belong. But there's nothing we can do about it. But if it does happen, if it does get remastered, I'm not going to look at that part. I'm going to look at, you know, the campaign missions, the multiplayer maps, the guns, the perks. I mean, that's what I'm going to look at. I'm not going to look at, you know, going to spend dang $100 for COD points to open up a bajillion supply drops, because honestly, at that time you're not even enjoying the game. You're just really blowing your money. I'm going to spend more time, you know, playing the game, getting that nostalgic feeling of when I was 16 playing it for the first time, and that's basically how I'm going to look at it. So, going to say right now, thank you, Josh. You basically just changed my mind for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Because even, you know, he says he wants it. I've had another buddy of mine say they want it. There's a lot of people that say they want it, and I wanted it too, but I was worried about the supply drops. But today I've had a change of heart. So that's basically what this video is about. I was actually going to do a different video idea, but that one came to mind. So I would like to see a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. When will that happen? If it does happen, probably 2019, because after World War II comes out, then it's Treyarch's turn, and then it should be Infinity Ward's turn. So, hey, they might do it. But, I don't know. Infinite Warfare didn't get a lot of great feedback, so I don't know what they're going to do there. But that's not for me to try to decipher, because that's another 2 years down the road, and I guess we'll just see what happens. So, with all that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video of me talking about a change of heart. And a change of heart's not always a bad thing in life. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps your boy out. Don't forget to use code GENJ for 0% off G Fuel. See y'all later. Bye.